Hello, Skeptic Strawberries. I hope you're having a lovely day. And welcome back to the Disney Drawing Challenge hosted by Crazy Comic Lady, Sambeawesome, and yours truly. For today's video, I am working on prompt number 11. Turn any character into a zombie. This picture was not really one of the ones I was looking forward to, purely because I'm squeamish with gore and yeah, all the blood and stuff. I'm just like, this was a bit, I had to get a little creative with this picture, and I decided to choose the character Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Um, I guess I should probably take us back a little bit, because when I was doing a couple of pictures for Mermaid, I ended up watching the Hans Christian Andersen's like animated version. I think it was in the 80s or 70s um, version of Little Mermaid that's a bit more faithful to the original story. I don't know how entirely if it's entirely faithful, but it's more faithful than the Disney Little Mermaids. And um, I really started to fall in love with this idea of a mermaid turning into sea foam, because I had never seen sea foam before until maybe about 2009-ish, when I went to the beach, because I've been to the beach a couple of times before, but I'd never seen sea foam. And when I did, it really was like someone had just released a bunch of soap into the ocean, because they were is big and fluffy. Probably should not be touching it either, because it's made of all sorts of stuff. So it's like, but um, I ended up for Mermaid creating this little story that had a little girl who moves to the beach, or to a city by the beach, and she kind of creates this mermaid imaginary friend, somewhat. Whether or not she's actually real is debatable. But I ended up illustrating on the last day of Mermaid that after the little girl starts making friends and getting better acquainted with the town, and because it's rough moving and getting situated and just fitting in, and if there's family trouble too, it doesn't help. So I thought maybe she kind of created this mermaid, or met this mermaid, and the mermaid really helps her just get, great, gain confidence and just be happier, have a playmate. And on the final day of Mermaid, I drew a picture where the mermaid has to tell the little girl that she has to go, and she starts dissolving into sea foam. And I found it really beautiful, but at the same time, I also found it haunting and almost gross. And when the Disney Drawing Challenge rolled around, I just thought, you know what? Yeah, I want to do that again. I want to draw the parts of Ariel that are disintegrating. I want them to look like seafoam and coral. I felt like it would be more intertwined with the whole oceanic nautical vibe. Just more meshed with the ocean, because coral is like, the coral reefs are made of the dead carcasses of a lot of other sea life, and it just builds on itself. And I liked the idea of maybe that's the inner workings of Ariel and just the merfolk in general. So yeah, for this picture, uh very muted colors, I wanted to try and take a lot of the life out of just the colors in general with Ariel as well. I'm not really familiar with drawing beaches. I've drawn a couple, so this may not be like it's not my best. I know I have a lot to work on, but I did look at a couple of references from photos I'd taken at the beach, and um, yeah, I hope it looks like a beach, like a shoreline, and uh, I mean the water and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Um, Looking back on it now, I could have fixed more things with the anatomy. I definitely there was a point with the anatomy that I really, and I mean really knew there was something off, and so I ended up going back in. You probably have already seen it by now, where I just changed where the arm is placed and bits of her face, and I think a little bit of her torso too. And I know I kind of shouldn't have been doing that because I need, I'm still behind with with this Disney Charm challenge, but there's still a part of me that's like, no, we we're gonna fix it. We got to take the time to at least do that. So yeah, I like this picture a lot more than I originally ever thought I would. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do for this piece, but I liked the idea of having her be either just somewhere on the shoreline or maybe on the famous rock. And thanks to suggestions or the feedback from a live stream, I ended up going with this pose. And yeah, just having like the water crash upon her. And this particular picture is kind of set right before she wakes up. I'm thinking as a zombie, instead of her completely disintegrating into the sea foam, perhaps it just with the supernatural element that is involved with creating a zombie, maybe it stopped the process, but she still, looks pretty lifeless and there's like hints of green and yellow and perhaps if someone were to find her on the beach, they would think maybe she's like a peaceful creature who's just injured. But then when she wakes up and comes after them, it's like, oh, nope. Yeah, so that was kind of the idea I had in mind. I hope that came across clearly. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for following along and for, if any of you are participating but still sticking with me in this time, even though, the challenge is finished. Thank you. Um, and, even though July is over, you can still participate. There's no set month you're technically supposed to do it. We're just doing it because it's when it's first released. So, if you'd like to participate, you can just follow the prompts, use the hashtag Disney Drawing Challenge 2017, and you know do the do the this fancy tagging, and we'll most likely look at it and be able to shower it with love. Anyway, thanks again, everybody, for watching, and I will talk to you guys um, in my future video for prompt number what 12. I had to think first. It's like, wait, which prompt am I on? Yeah, it'll be prompt 12. Until next time, guys.